right, joining us from the Edmonton Bureau, here is our Edmonton Bureau chief, Ryan Rishaug, after the Oilers' 1-0 overtime win sends Las Vegas packing, and an unlikely hero, Ryan, sending the Oilers to the conference finals for the third time in 4 seasons, Kasperi Kapanen. What did you think of the overtime frame and the specifically game-winning goal?
Well, Chris Knoblauch stuck with his lines. I mean, he separated Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid at the start of last game and barely played them together tonight. I wondered if going into overtime in an effort to generate some offense, maybe he'd give it a look. He stuck with the formula, Jay. And remember, last game it was Kapanen, Podkolzin, and Draisaitl put together for the express purpose of shutting down Jack Eichel on home ice. They accomplished that task. On the road, they didn't get that matchup, but they kept the line together and into overtime. So that line working together in overtime comes up with the overtime winner, a guy that has not scored in 33 games since January, a guy that didn't play until just a couple of games ago, ends up scoring. So Chris Knoblauch made a pile of changes at the start of last game. He changed all 4 of his forward lines. It's all worked, including what you saw there from Kapanen's line. He changed all 3 of his D pairings. They haven't given up a goal against since. So we all know he's got a decent touch with the team, Jay, but for a second straight game, he stayed with those changes. He stayed patient. He didn't go nuclear, and they found the goal in overtime.
And then Stu Skinner, another shutout. It's just an incredible story. You cover him every day, Ryan. What can you say about this comeback from Skinner in the postseason?
Yeah, this is pretty massive. What I will say, Jay, is I think maybe people need to be reminded that he outdueled Jake Ottinger in the conference final last year. So the fact that Stuart Skinner has this high end in his game is not a surprise to me, and I don't think it is to most people. He has this in his game, but he struggled this year. He couldn't find that high end. Then he struggled when the playoffs started. He was injured near the end of the year. He came in and lost the net. He got it back only due to injury, and then still didn't win his first game back. But he has absolutely buckled it down the last couple of games. 47 saves. They didn't shoot a puck past him in over 7 periods when you consider that Draisaitl put that one in himself. So this is a pretty incredible story here from Stuart Skinner. They always have known about him, Jay, that he's an excellent bounce-back goaltender. But for him to go from where he was to where he is right now, coming off these wins, and as Connor McDavid said in his scrum, hopefully this will shut people up who have been talking about him. Strong words from the captain.
Connor McDavid, speaking of which, had a few more strong words in post-game media availability, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, all business. Like, his team just punched their ticket to the Final Four for the 3rd time in 4 years. So you'd think, a little bit of like, sigh of relief, right? I've noticed with McDavid, like his last few media availabilities, he has been all business. And that's playoff McDavid, but hadn't let off the gas at all in terms of the intensity. His post-game tonight, he makes that comment about shutting people up about Stuart Skinner. He was asked about the team's evolution and their ability to play shutdown defense. And he kind of got frustrated and said, I'm tired of answering this. We know how to play defense. It's frustrating. So he got frustrated with that question as well. Like, Jay, you watch him in these media availabilities, and it's like all he's thinking about is the business yet to come and not necessarily enjoying the moment. Now, I'm sure with his teammates and such he will, but he has been all business facing forward. This team has 1 goal, and Connor McDavid, more than anybody, you can see it on him. He knows that as of tonight, they're only halfway there.
Yeah, facing forward, it will either be Dallas or Winnipeg for the Oilers next, and this guy will be covering it for us. This is our Edmonton Bureau Chief, Ryan Rishaug. Always great to chat with you, buddy. Coming up, we will have more on the Leafs Game 5 legacy game with Mark Masters and Pierre LeBrun, and there was blood, sweat, maybe even some tears shed in a pair of winner-go-home games in the NBA last night. You're watching SportsCenter with Jay Onrait this Thursday morning. Hope you're having a terrific morning.